So what I want to talk about here, I'm assuming you guys are mostly marketers as opposed to writers. So it's about how to manage tone of voice, how to get great tone of voice out of an organization when you're not the only writer. If it is about your own tone of voices, you're right, you can't do much better than Anne's new book. It's absolutely fantastic. This is really how to nail it in your own writing. But I want to focus on the managing tone of voice and getting it out of a team and an organization. So I want to go through 10 tips. She'll make it easy for our drawer. Did you see she was on the cover of the Cleveland Plains Dealer today? Yep. Whee! She's been terrific all the time. So anyway, 10 tips. So you can do tenths of the thing. And some of these you're going to be doing. Some are going to sound obvious. But some you won't be doing. And I think if you do all of these, you'll get that force multiplier for your content. So the first thing, how to manage tone of voice is to manage it, is to actively manage it, which is not being done. Treat it like the strategic asset that it is. And that means always make it someone's job. It doesn't have to be their full-time job. It probably is not their full-time job. But someone's got to own it or it ain't going to be managed. The best person is not a cop. It is a coach. I think we're used to the brand police coming down from headquarters and telling us what we can't do and always stopping us from doing what we want to do. This is different. I find the really good people at this are urging writers to get out of the middle ground, because most writing reverts to this middle ground of blandness. And it's actually pushing people to go further, actually, get further along into the voice. So it can be a really positive coaching job. And you simply got to train it in. It's not going to happen if you don't. It doesn't have to be a massive 10-week thing. It can be a half-hour session with each new writer. It's got to be trained into new hires who may not even be in the marketing department. Certainly all writers, all editors, and all approvers. These are the three people who will really carry tone of voice or destroy it as it goes through your organization. The senior manager, approver, the senior VP may not sit in on your tone of voice class, but they should at least approve what you're doing in that class, and say, okay. So you don't have to every single piece go back and say, this is how we talk, this is how we talk. Get buy-in here about this. It's important. The next tip is to decide who you are. So you really can't do tone of voice without nailing your brand if you don't really know who you are. An example that I like in the tone of voice guide from the University of Leeds in the UK, they use this chart, which is concentric circles with the kind of vision in the middle, then the big idea, then the principles, and the outer ring, the personalities, what I'd call the tone of voice. I like that it's all in one view. So the middle to be consistently in the top 50 in the world rankings, and then it goes on to provoke and collaborative approach, and then it's the principles or values ring, which is collaboration, challenging, generosity, and excellence. It bugs me there's 3 nouns and an adjective, but that's just me. Most people stop there and say, okay, give that to a writer. That's our tone of voice. Collaborative, challenging, generosity, excellence. Those aren't really good, helpful to a writer. How do you write to excellence? How do you write from that stance? It's the next ring, personality, that really gives a writer something to work with. So straightforward, friendly, imaginative, confident. Those are things you can really put into a voice. But what I like here is that they're all connected up in one page. It's not floating out on its own. Our own experience as an agency and Velocity, tone of voice has practically changed the entire business. And what we found about 5 years ago was that we had mostly our clients were coming in from recommendation, and we had some clients who we were doing great work with. We loved it. It was fun. It was fast. It was successful. It was profitable. It was everything good. Other clients, it's like pulling teeth. It's like dragging them to the light. It's like, this is good marketing. And we realized we need a lot more of that, the former guys, and a lot fewer of the pains in the ass. And so we started putting out content that was actually sending pheromones out, saying, we're looking for like-minded marketers. And we did the crap kind of thing and the other C word. And the first one was actually the B2b Marketing Manifesto, which is this rant, this tirade against the forces of evil. And the people who responded to that voice and said, ooh, I like that, let's talk about our marketing, they're not just twice as likely to be that kind of marketer we're looking for. They were 100 times more likely to be the kind of client we can do great work for. So now our dance card is full of that kind of marketer, and we're doing great work. We're flying. It's literally transformed the business by using tone of voice to deliver what it is you want about you, what you want your business to be, who you want to be.